we do hope that the peace is kept as it is now, and also that on the economy side, that more opportunities are given to the public to have us more involved in a say on how the government is run.
Oh yeah, with change usually there's definitely some effects. Yeah, it will definitely affect. But I look at the current government and I don't see them doing anything wrong. So I think they deserve a chance to go to the next level.
I think the time has come. We should work towards a two-party system so that there's a proper check and balance in the country. I think it's only apt that we should give the new party an opportunity. If they don't perform well, we can bring back the earlier party. Unless they are tried and tested, we can never make a proper decision.
Maybe they can have more help, like loan to those new business. Yeah, because mostly if the people wanted to start a new business, they're hardly to start because they don't have the capital. So it's better they have some sort of benefit for those who are firstly wanted to start the business.
Hi, I'm Ann Edwards and welcome to GE13, the Showdown. Now, the fact is, whatever is the outcome of GE13, it will definitely have an impact and a bearing on our economy in terms of investments, in terms of economic policies. And that is why, since the turn of the new year, investors have been taking this wait-and-see attitude to see if Barisan Nasional continues to rule the country or if Pakatan Rakyat will wrest the country from Barisan Nasional. Now, to delve further into this issue and our topic, which is how will GE13 affect our economy? Right on board here is Tan Sri Datuk Dr. Michael Yeoh. Welcome, Tan Sri, who is co-founder and CEO of ASLI. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, Tan Sri, some investment houses, like JP Morgan Securities and also Spring Investments Berhad, just to quote a few, have been saying that investors will act negatively, if the opposition Pakatan Rakyat wins.
Well, I think it has always been the case when there is a change in government, that a new government will take time to settle down. And in this process, there could be some uncertainty in the marketplace. And hence, there could be a wait-and-see attitude by investors as to how a new government is going to shape up, what sort of policies are they going to adopt, what sort of personalities are they going to put in place, and as such, there could be a delay in investment and business decisions. And hence, there could be that possibility that things could slow down, people could continue to wait and see, and then that could be that negative impact on business. I think this has been a case in many other countries when there is a change of government, an unexpected change of government, that the business community would adopt a wait-and-see attitude to see how things further develop with a new government.
But having said that, a lot of people and also investment houses have said that because the opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim is close to international capital, this is going to affect more FDIs or foreign direct investments into the country. Do you see this happening?
Well, it is a fact that Anwar Ibrahim has links with some of the Middle East countries, and there could be a possibility that there could be support for him from among the Middle East countries. But there is also that long connection that Prime Minister Najib has developed with Qatar and Saudi Arabia, and we are already seeing that some of the investment houses from Qatar, UAE and Saudi Arabia are already here investing in Malaysia.
Which one offers a better economic policy or policies, Pakatan or Barisan Nasional, in your opinion, Tan Sri?
I would think both sides do have good economic programs, good economic plans. I think both sides are committed to promoting economic growth and competitiveness of the country. I think what is perhaps the difference is the level of experience and the track record that has been displayed. And I think in this regard, perhaps the Barisan Nasional has an edge over the opposition because they have been in office for quite a while. They are a known entity, and the business community are familiar with what the Barisan Nasional have been doing. And because of the track record and experience, they may be able to implement their policies and their programs quicker than the opposition. But I would say in terms of broad policies, both are interesting, both are pro-growth and pro-competition.
And also very market-oriented.
That's right,
Is
yes.
that right?
Yes.
Okay. And as far as Pakatan is concerned, what sort of policies do you see Pakatan undertaking if they were to rule the country?
I think, again, Pakatan will have to be realistic. They have got to be pro-business and pro-market. But there are some of their suggestions that they have put forward in their manifesto that could be very expensive for the country to bear. Some of the programs that they have laid out would cost a lot of money, in that there will be increased expenditure. There are proposals to abolish tolls, for example, that needs to be substituted with increased income. And the question is that where will the additional income come from?
That's the big question.
That's the big question, yes.
Okay. We'll take a short break, Tan Sri, and we'll be right back on GE13, the Showdown, with some questions from our Facebook fans. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. How will GE13 affect our economy? We've been talking to Tan Sri Dato Dr. Michael Yeoh, who is co-founder and CEO of ASLI. Now, Tan Sri, some of the questions that we've obtained is the concern, of people, and this comes from our Facebook. What sort of impact will it be on GLCs and also businesses, if Pakatan wins?
I think in the first place, if you look at GLCs, it is rather obvious that any new government or any new leadership will want to put in their people in place to lead those corporations. And as such, we could see some movement in the leadership of our GLCs, and that is a natural consequence of any change of leadership. But any change of leadership in some of the GLCs could then lead to the new leaders perhaps reviewing some of the programs that they have implemented, and the business community will then need to get used to the new leaders and the new priorities of the GLCs under new government. Right. So that could be a little bit of uncertainty there. In terms of business, I think firstly the business community will need to be able to understand what are the priorities of new government. They will need to be able to understand what are their key programs and the major priorities. And again, it's a question of getting used to understanding people, understanding programs that perhaps could lead to a transition period that they may need to wait another 6 to 7 months or even up to a year before they decide whether they want to go ahead with their investments. But I think at the end of it all, what is perhaps important for us as a country is that we get the elections over with. I think people have been waiting for too long for the elections. The business community have waited for so long, and I think that uncertainty has built up. So the sooner the elections is done with, the greater the certainty would be for business.
Yeah, you came up with a few possibilities here with regards to the outcome of GE13, and one of them being a status quo for Barisan Nasional. And one was actually the fact that they will still be in power, but maybe not with 2/3 majority. So will there be a difference, or also will this in fact affect businesses if this happens?
No, I think as long as there is government and a credible government, then I think there will be business certainty. I think what the business community probably wants is to have a stable government, a government that is able to implement its decisions and its programs very quickly.
Right. Another question that also popped out was on subsidies provided by Barisan Nasional, and is this good enough for Malaysia's economy, whether it's just a gimmick to fish for votes? Tan Sri.
I would think subsidies in the long term would be quite unsustainable. So whether it's subsidies from Barisan or Pakatan, I think at the end of the day, we need to be able to bite the bullet to reduce our subsidies, because in the long term it will just be too expensive to continue to maintain subsidies. So there could be an impact on the people, there could be an impact on cost of living if subsidies are reduced or cut, but I think that is a reality that at the end of the day, at some point in time, we need to be able to bite the bullet to reduce subsidies.
That's right, and that will be the real economy.
That's right.
Okay. One last question. Do you think Malaysia can achieve its 2020 vision, with all the policies or manifestos implemented by Pakatan or Barisan Nasional?
I think we are on track to achieving Vision 2020. The growth rates that we have got over the last 1 year or so have been quite good. If we are able to continue to maintain the strong growth and the confidence that the people would have in implementing programs, I think we are on track to get Vision 2020. The economic transformation programs that Prime Minister Najib have implemented will also be able to help fast-track our journey towards Vision 2020. So I'm cautiously optimistic that we would achieve Vision 2020.
So Tan Sri, you are looking forward to GE13?
Yes,
I'm
I think
sure.
we all want it to be over with quickly.
That's right, especially the business community.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tan Sri.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you
for joining us on our show. And that was Tan Sri, Dr. Michael Yeoh, who is CEO and also co-founder of ASLI. Thank you so much for your kind attention. And he has been speaking and given some very pertinent points and also opinion on how will GE13 affect our economy. Stay tuned to GE13, The Showdown. I'm Anne Edwards. Bye-bye.